So this is what Claude Code just generated for me. 7 carousel slides, real AI images, fully branded, and every slide matches the same exact style. And the whole thing took about 30 seconds. Now, whether you're creating carousels for yourself or producing them for clients, you know how long it takes to get every slide looking consistent. This fixes that because OpenAI just dropped a new image model called GPT Image 2. And when you plug it into Claude Code, the quality is on another level. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up using Claude Code and GPT Image 2 with a workflow that locks your brand style from a few inspiration images. So here's how this works. You give it a few inspiration images, it extracts the full style guide from them, and you give it a topic. It writes out every slide and then it generates the actual images using GPT Image 2. Now you access that through key.ai, which is basically an API wrapper that lets Claude Code call the model directly. And because slide 1 gets used as the visual anchor for every slide after it, the whole carousel stays consistent. Now, the reason this matters is that you end up with a reusable kill. So once it's set up, you can run it again with a different topic and have another carousel in a few minutes, which means if you wanted to batch a whole week of content, you could do that. And if you stay to the end, I'll show you how the image-to-image referencing keeps every slide visually locked in, because that's the bit that actually makes this work. Now, the carousel skill I'm using in this video is in the AI Builders Boardroom. That's my school community for AI builders. So grab it from the link below if you want to follow along. Now, in case you're wondering, a skill is basically a set of instructions that tell Claude Code exactly how to run this workflow for you. So you install it once and it handles the whole thing. So what you'll need to first do is you'll need to download an IDE, so an integrated development environment. And in my case, I'm using Anti-Gravity. So you'll download Anti-Gravity from this website right here. Once you've installed it, you'll go back. You are going to set it up. You'll definitely need to sign up with your Google account. And then you'll open a new folder. So you're going to create a new folder, give it an appropriate name. So let's say carousel generator, then hit enter, and then we'll select folder. So now it's going to ask if we trust the authors of the files. You're going to click yes, I trust authors, and then it's going to take you to the IDE, and on your left is where your files will go. So you'll see here we have the file explorer. So any file you add will be added to this section. The middle section is where you'll open up Claude Code, and then on the right, we really don't need this because this is Anti-Gravity's own AI agent. But since we're using Claude, we don't need it. So we'll toggle it off. So we'll click on this button up top here, and it's going to collapse the pane. Now, the next thing we need to do is to install Claude Code. Now, in your left menu, you'll look for the extensions option, and then you'll select it. You'll search for Claude Code, and you'll install this by Anthropic. So you'll click on it, select install, and then you're going to click on the Starburst logo, and then it's going to take you to Claude Code. And now, in my case, my Claude Code is already signed in. It's going to prompt you to sign in. And for this, you're going to need a paid Claude account. So either Pro or Max. Now, I'm going to share the skill file, the Claude.md file. And once you access them, you'll simply drag and drop them here. So I've dragged and dropped the skill and the Claude.md file. And then we're simply going to tell Claude Code to set up the project. And then we switch to plan mode and then hit enter. So let's see what it'll spit out. So before anything, you need to start in plan mode. So when you first open your Claude Code, you'll see 3 options available. Ask before permissions, edit automatically, and plan mode. So plan mode is where you should be starting at, because Claude Code is going to read the files in your folder or inside this project, and then it's going to come up with a plan on how to execute tasks. And then once you're done, you're going to switch to this other modes and either ask before edits or edit automatically, or bypass permissions if you've allowed dangerously skip permissions. How you add this to your Claude Code account, I'm going to show you in a few minutes. So basically, I created the skill and the Claude.md file, which is like the system prompt to the Claude agent. And so instead of spending hours trying to figure this out, I already did all of the hard stuff for you. So all that's going to be left for you is to set up this project so that it's up and running. So it came up with a plan that we needed to review. So it's telling us the project root has 2 files. So you'll need to go through this. Looks kind of solid. So we'll click yes and auto accept. Now you'll notice it's asking me for permissions. So I'm going to click yes if I'm okay with that. You see now it automatically switched to edit automatically once I accepted the plan. And the more you use Claude Code, the more you'll notice how often these permissions pop up. And if you don't want to keep on accepting all of them, you can add this third option, which basically skips asking you permissions entirely. Config. And the way you add this is you type slash. In the drop-down list, you're going to scroll all the way to general config, and it's going to take you to the general configurations file, and you're going to select this allow dangerously skip permissions. And once you selected this, you've checked this box, you'll go back, and if you look in your drop-down list, in the mods list, it's going to appear here. If it doesn't, you need to restart your Claude Code. So right now it's setting up the project for us. So it's done setting up the project. And in the left section, you'll see files have been created. So now we have references, we have tools, we have workflows. And you'll notice workflows are like the processes. So think of it, when you're making food, there's a step of procedures you have to go through to make the food. So think of them as workflows. And our agent is the chef, is the one making the food. And then we have our tools. Tools are like the ingredients used to make the dish. So that's a brief explanation of these folders. Now the references, here we've got the key API. It's basically the API's documentation for GPT Image 2. And then here we have the style examples. Every single time you feed it a reference image, it stores the style examples in this style examples.md file. And then under the tools, we've got the generate carousel tool. This is in charge of generating the carousel images. And then we have .env example. So to generate the images, we'll need to set up an account with key.ai. And you'll go to this website. And then once you've signed up for an account with them, you're going to go to, so you're going to click on your profile in the top right. You're going to go to the market, and you're going to need an API key. And then you'll scroll all the way to the API keys section, and then you're going to create a new API key, give it a relevant name, create it, and then copy that key, and then you're going to paste it here. You're going to come back to your project. You're going to create a new file. So you're going to select on any blank space in your file explorer, and then you're going to add a new file, name it .env, and then go back to the .env.example, copy this, go back to your .env file, paste it, and then paste your API key, and then paste your API key after this. The reason we are having a .env file is the .env file is the file that's in charge of storing your credentials. So your API keys, your logins, all those details are stored in this .env file. Now, the image model we're using is GPT Image 2. And this is the latest image model, and it's a really big competitor to Nano Banana 2 by Google. This is OpenAI's image model. We've selected API here. It's taken us to the API section, and this is where you'll get the API documentation. In case you get stuck setting up this workflow, you're just going to copy this page, feed it to the Claude agent, and it's going to figure out how the API works. Now, in terms of costs, so GPT Image 2 consumes 3 cents for a 1K resolution image, and 5 cents for a 2K resolution image, 8 cents for a 4K image. That's the highest resolution you can get, which is pretty fair. Now let's go back to our workflow. So once you've set up your .env file, you can now test the workflow. And one more thing, once you've set up your env file, so once you paste the API key, make sure you save. So you'll click Control S to save. And then once you're done, we'll say I've set up the env file. So it's telling us we're ready to go. Now we can just say, make me a carousel. Okay, so let's say, make me a carousel. So I'm gonna feed it a reference image. Now this is my reference image. This is how I'd like my carousels to look like. And I simply got this inspiration from Pinterest. You can get your inspiration from anywhere else. So you could get it from Instagram, you could get it from X, doesn't matter, as long as you have a reference of how you'd like the carousel images to look like. So I'll add it here by clicking this plus icon, upload to computer. So fed it that reference image. Next, we need to feed it the topic. So I went on to Perplexity. I wanted it to help me figure out what to generate a carousel about. Here it's a carousel on, now the content is on tips on how to feel energetic every single day and stop feeling tired. So you'll see we're giving it slide by slide instructions. So we're giving it slide 1 is the hook, then the sleep, hydration, sedentary lifestyle, caffeine loop, stress. Slide 7, we've got the simple plan and CTA. And if you have no idea on this, you can also just ask the Claude Code agent to simply generate a carousel image for you on this topic. And it's going to come up with the ideas, because it'll eventually need to get to the approval stage where you'll read the slide by slide text. So I'll go back to Perplexity. I'm going to copy this. I'll go back to Claude, and then I'll paste this information. And then we'll hit enter or press this button right here. It's gonna send the message to the agents. Let's see what it comes up with. Now you'll see here it's locking in the style, and you'll notice it's using this structure. So this format is what we call a JSON format. It's basically a key and a value pair. So the key here is style, and then the value is this right here in double quotes. Apparently, if we use this, we have more control on what GPT Image 2 is going to generate. So we can control every single aspect of the carousel image. So this was step 1, locking in the style. And then step 2 is the slide outline. What I was telling you guys. So the very first one is the hook. So we need to check if everything is okay. So to me, everything looks good. If you need changes, you'll just simply tell it, don't use this. So let's tell it, don't use M dashes, then hit enter. So it's going to go through and remove all M dashes in the text. So now we don't have any M dashes in the text. And then we'll just tell it, go ahead. So now it's going to call the key.ai's API and generate the images. So let's see. It's pretty interesting to see. Now the beauty with this is it's gonna generate these slides concurrently. And if you notice, it generates it sequentially, so one after the other. You simply tell the Claude Code agent to make it generate the images concurrently. So that way you're saving time. So I'm not sure if mine is generating sequentially or concurrently. So from what it's told me here, so I've noticed it looks like it wants to generate it sequentially. It's gonna take us, I don't know if it's 30 minutes, 35 minutes. So I've just told it to generate the images concurrently. Now, once you've generated your images, they're gonna appear in your output folder. So it's done generating all the slides. If you go to the output folder, you'll notice for every carousel project, it creates a folder for it. So this is the always tired folder. So we'll click on the slide 1. Let's see. This looks crazy. What? See, you actually don't need a designer, to be honest. This is sick. Let's look at slide 2. Looks good. Slide 3, perfect. And one thing with GPT Image 2 is it gets this fine print accurately. I did a test. If you didn't see it, I'll put a link to the video in the pop-up or in the description. So where I test the GPT Image 2 with Nano Banana 2. This is sick. Let's go to Image 4. Looks fantastic. Let's go to slide 5. Caffeine. We've got a robot's hand holding the caffeine, a coffee mug. Sorry, a coffee cup. This looks amazing. We've got slide 6. Handed open tabs. Mental stress drains H. Slide 7. Now let's confirm if the text is actually correct. So this is the last slide. So we've got start today, which is correct. Today is in purple, which is correct. Astronaut standing upright, energized. Looking upward, fully purple glow, which is good. And so we have sleep, same window every day. Water, 1 glass fast, movement 5 to 10 minutes per hour. Caffeine, done by 2 p.m., which is accurate. And then here we have the CTA, your daily, sorry, where's the CTA? So just queue up with the CTA, save this as your energy checklist. Then this looks pretty sick. I think I would use, this is ready to go. I'd post this on Instagram or LinkedIn right off the bat. I don't know how much this would cost for a designer to come up with this. And I'd bet the cost, since we're generating this at 1K per image, the total cost would be, so it's 3 cents per image. So it's like 24 cents for this carousel ad, which is cheap compared to what I would pay a designer to come up with this level of quality. And if you've just watched that and you're thinking, I want this generating content for my client, but I don't want to be the one building and maintaining it. That's exactly what we do at Luxera. We build the whole system, set it up for you, and you own it completely. Links in the description. So this is that style. Let's feed it another style. So we came across this style and I really liked how it looks and feels. Let's feed this into Claude Code and see if it can generate the same carousel in this style. So let's feed it the image. Pretty excited to see what it comes up with. It's doing the same thing it did with the other image, so it's extracting the style. So it's got the style and the colors, the typography, the lighting, everything. And then now what makes this distinct? So the dog character. So now it's using the dog character instead of the Mythos character. Sorry, the Greek characters, I don't know. So, okay, let's give it the go ahead. Let's say yes. So it's created a new folder. So always type version 2. Let it do its thing. Let's see. So it looks like it's done generating. Let's open the folder. So slide 1. Whoa, this is amazing. What? This is crazy. Slide 4. We've got the brain. Slide 5. Slide 6. Slide 7. This look absolutely amazing. This would cost, so I think maybe the only thing we would do is just replace this with your handle, with your social media handle, and everything else is pretty much good to go. That's it with this system. So in a few minutes, we went from a few inspiration images to a full carousel with real images, all inside Claude Code. And you can run this again for any topic, any style, and at any time. A reminder, the carousel scale, the Claude.md file are in the AI Builders boardroom. That's my school community for builders. Links gonna be below. And if you want help setting this up for your specific workflow, I do one-on-one coaching. Links in the description. Subscribe if you want to see what I'm building next with Claude Code.